By age 50, up to 80% of women report sudden weight gain, especially around the belly. And no, it's not from overeating, it's biology. During menopause, estrogen levels drop by as much as 90%, triggering a chain reaction. Your metabolism slows, fat storage shifts to your abdomen, and your hunger hormones spiral out of control. One study showed women can gain up to 2.5 inches of waistline fat in just 2 years post-menopause, even if they don't change their diet. And here's the real kicker. The hormone leptin, meant to tell your brain you're full, stops working properly. You feel hungry even when you're not. This isn't about willpower. It's your body rewriting its own rules. In the next few minutes, you'll discover why belly fat becomes so persistent after menopause, how estrogen and leptin are secretly linked, and what science says you can do about it. Estrogen does more than regulate your reproductive cycle. It plays a central role in how your body stores fat. When estrogen levels are stable, fat tends to settle in safer places like the hips, thighs, and buttocks. These are areas where fat is less dangerous. But as estrogen declines during menopause, that pattern shifts. A 2023 study in Current Opinion in Endocrinology, Diabetes and Obesity found that this hormonal drop triggers a redistribution of fat. Instead of staying in the lower body, fat begins to accumulate around the abdomen. Specifically, visceral fat, the type that surrounds your internal organs, increases. And this kind of fat is strongly linked to higher risks of heart disease, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes. Another 2024 study published in Maturitas added that this visceral fat buildup can also raise the risk of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, even in women whose overall body weight hasn't changed. So even if the number on the scale stays the same, the risks inside your body may still be climbing. Now, let's dive into leptin, the hormone that's supposed to tell your brain, you're full now, no need to eat more. Leptin is produced by fat cells, and in balanced conditions, it's like a trusted messenger. When you're full, leptin signals your brain to slow down hunger. But as estrogen fades during menopause, that message gets garbled. A notable 2022 review published in Frontiers in Endocrinology explained how estrogen has a direct effect on leptin, not just how much leptin your body produces, but also how well your brain hears it. Researchers found that when estrogen is present at normal levels, it enhances central leptin sensitivity. That is, the brain responds more readily to leptin's "I'm full" signals. But without estrogen, that sensitivity drops markedly. So even if leptin is present, your brain's response is muted. To put it plainly, estrogen acts like a volume control knob for leptin. High estrogen means the "I'm full" signal is loud and clear. Low estrogen means the knob is turned down, and your brain barely notices the message anymore. Now let's break it down even further, because this part is fascinating. In 2023, researchers published a study in the journal Cell Metabolism that looked at how estrogen and leptin work together in the brain to regulate your appetite. What they found helps explain why hunger feels so different after menopause. Inside your brain, there's a special area called the arcuate nucleus. This is like a command center for hunger control. Within this area, there are special nerve cells called POMC neurons. You can think of these as your body's natural stop eating switches. When they're activated, they tell you that you've had enough food. Here's where it gets interesting. The scientists discovered a key protein called SIDED1 that lives inside those hunger-regulating neurons. This protein acts like a bridge or a connector between two important hormones, estrogen and leptin. When estrogen levels are healthy, SIDED1 helps estrogen and leptin talk to each other effectively. Think of it like a team effort. Estrogen opens the door and leptin walks through it with a clear message. You're full, you can stop eating now. Together, they activate certain brain pathways, especially ones involving proteins called ER-alpha and STAT3. These are like internal messengers that pass the stop eating signal along to your brain. But here's the catch. Without estrogen, which is exactly what happens during and after menopause, this entire communication system breaks down. The door stays shut, leptin's message gets lost, and those stop eating signals don't get sent. The result? You keep feeling hungry, even if your body doesn't need more food. Even if your fat cells are producing more leptin, your brain isn't responding to it like it used to. That's called leptin resistance. And this may be one of the major reasons why it becomes so much harder to manage your appetite and your weight during midlife. In simpler words, estrogen and leptin don't just operate in parallel, they partner up within special brain cells. When estrogen is low, that partnership weakens, and your feeling of fullness can vanish, even after you've eaten enough. So, what does all of this mean for you? Estrogen helps leptin do its job by boosting how your brain responds to feeling full. There's a switch inside your brain, sided one that coordinates both hormones. Without estrogen, leptin can't get through. During menopause, with estrogen dropping, leptin's full signal gets weaker, making hunger feel insatiable even when you've eaten. This insight is powerful because it goes beyond the simple idea that leptin is just about your fat cells. It highlights a specific brain mechanism, a hormonal partnership, that explains why your appetite feels off during menopause. And now that you understand that, you're armed with knowledge. So, what does all this mean in real life? Here's the cascade. Estrogen drops, leptin levels shift, and your brain doesn't hear its signal. Your appetite increases. Your body stores more fat, especially around the belly. That added belly fat produces even more leptin, but your brain becomes resistant to it. This is called leptin resistance. And it means the hunger signal stays switched on, no matter how much energy your body already has stored. Meanwhile, muscle mass is decreasing, which slows your metabolism. Add poor sleep and stress into the mix, and things get worse. High cortisol levels from stress can also increase belly fat, and lack of sleep interferes with leptin and ghrelin, another hunger hormone. Everything is connected. This isn't just about one hormone. It's about a network of signals that used to work in harmony but now feel completely out of sync. Here's the good news. Science-backed strategies can help restore some of that balance. A 2023 study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that resistance training can reduce abdominal fat in postmenopausal women. Not only does lifting weights preserve muscle mass, but it also helps increase metabolic rate, which means your body burns more calories even at rest. When it comes to food, studies show that diets higher in protein and fiber help regulate hunger hormones. They keep you full longer and support lean muscle. Sleep matters too. A 2020 study in sleep health confirmed that just 5 nights of poor sleep can significantly raise hunger and lower leptin levels. And yes, hormone replacement therapy known as HRT can make a difference. A 2021 study in Menopause found that women using transdermal estrogen patches had less visceral fat than women who did not use HRT. The study concluded that HRT may help prevent the internal fat shift linked to menopause. Other medical options like GLP-1 receptor agonists, such as semaglutide and Ozempic, have shown promising results. A 2024 clinical trial found that women using both GLP-1 medication and HRT lost up to 30% more belly fat compared to women using GLP-1 alone. These tools aren't magic pills, but when combined with lifestyle changes, they can significantly shift your trajectory. Let's say this clearly. This is not about failure. Your body is not broken. It's adapting. The old rules, eat less, move more, don't work the same way anymore, and that's because your hormonal environment has changed. You're dealing with a body that stores fat differently, processes hunger differently, and moves through energy differently. This doesn't mean you're out of control. It means your biology has shifted, and now it needs a different approach. You have the right to understand what's happening inside your body and to respond with compassion, not shame. Now I want to hear from you. What questions do you have? What parts of menopause, hormones, or weight gain do you find the most confusing or frustrating? Are you wondering how long it takes for hormone therapy to actually affect your appetite? Do you want to know if it's possible to reverse leptin resistance without medication? Are you curious about what kind of workouts are best for building strength and burning fat in midlife? Or maybe you've tried everything and nothing seems to work, and you're ready to understand what the science really says about your body? Whatever it is, I want to hear it. Share your thoughts, your questions, and even your struggles in the comments. Your voice matters, and your experiences help shape what we talk about next. This space is about giving you clarity, not confusion. It's about helping you understand your body on your terms with real science, not myths or empty promises. And if this video helped you feel a little more seen, a little more supported, or just a little more informed, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Midlife Balance Institute. We're building a community of strong, smart women who are ready to reclaim their health and thrive in midlife. So hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because we're just getting started. And your next chapter? It's going to be informed, empowered, and unapologetically yours.